Dead ass. Dead ass. All right. So one thing, like I said, it's episode 24. This first time we got your car on camera. You know what I'm saying? This first time we're actually
moving
what
on
I'm
up
saying?
in this motherfucker. I like it.
And see
the OG
and seeing things come full circle to what I'm saying, recording on the Roadcaster back in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? So then like me and Randy, we had like a camera in the studio, but then we didn't have no Roadcaster. Like we had people mixing and mastering what we were doing, but we still wasn't kind of like in control audio wise. And in this area is like we got like the best of everything right now. So
I really want everybody who's watching and listening to know, like, it hasn't even been a year yet. It'll be a year
in December. Like December 20th something.
Yeah, and like no matter what happens, who's not where, whatever, like I have to just tip my hat off to Jonathan with how much, like, how dedicated he is to this shit. Like, it goes beyond what I think a lot of people know, and you have to, like, I have to, like, straight up tell you, like, I'm proud of you, bro, like, for real.
Hey, I appreciate
regardless of whether I'm here with you, the show must go on at, like, no, like, point blank period. The show has to go on, and there's no hard feelings or anything at all. Like, it's always going to be respect at the end of the day. So I just want to say that, like, it's always love, man. Always.
Now, you already know. First of all, like I said, a lot of people know you were really the only person. At first, I was like, hey, like, I'm trying to do a podcast. Some people are like, oh, let's do content. To just shoot the shit. But you're, like, super direct. And I was already, like, thinking about doing it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And when you kind of, like, pushed it, it's kind of, okay, we're going to expedite the process. And that's why we got the first episode done in December.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking, I'm like, okay, top of the year, we'll get it cracking. But it was like, okay, let's
just go ahead.
Let's go ahead. And we started from there. And then we dropped it on the first. So we had, like, clean analytics and everything. So, like, to go from there, you know what I'm saying, you being the first one fucking with me, then we are literally driving to Orlando to record, you know what I'm saying?
Which was
crazy. But, driving to Orlando to record, you know what I'm saying, doing that, not even having the camera, so we can literally only drop audio. So I was only literally dropping it on podcast platforms.
Right.
To, like I said, to this point, to have both y'all, but finally have kind of like a full cast in a way, and kind of have the camera, and it's like people who kind of rode me when things weren't all the way together, but they were getting together. That's the point. Is like you're gonna have to ride when you may not have the tire, you know what I'm saying, you may not have no AC right now, but you building the car. But once the car is built, we taking off, you know what I'm saying, vision. So
in there.
So like I said, just appreciate, you know what I'm saying, have my people on here. I just want to go down the list of topics real quick for the audience, because I don't want to talk too long. They don't know what we're gonna discuss today. So first of all, man, Alpo Martinez shot dead 5 times last week in Harlem on New York. I mean on Halloween. You know what I'm saying, on the block. They hit his car 5 times in 2017 a Chevy truck.
I think it was a Dodge.
A Dodge, Dodge truck. You know what I'm saying? Lifted up. You know what I'm saying? Who does that in Harlem? Okay, first of all, you know what I'm saying?
Alpo.
You was driving around, you know what I'm saying, in the latest and greatest cars. You dabber Dan drip down, and then you get hit up in a 2017 truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you wouldn't in no Maybach? Like, you didn't have no Lambo or anything? Like, you went out like a sucker. And they say, you know what I'm saying, some girl asked for a Lucy when he was, you know what I'm saying, stopped his car. She hopped out. I was like, I'm about to get Lucy. And then right when she hopped out, like, the car got hit up. And it was a professional hit, because they hit him up 5 times through the glass, and the glass didn't even break. So, that was straight precision. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to get into it.
And they also said he was throwing out, dime bags out the car. So, that's one thing. Also, Kanye West on Drink Champs. I think that was, like, super duper huge.
Huge news.
For the culture, you know what I'm saying? That's something the streets needed, you know what I'm saying? And he talked for a long period of time, so we got a lot to dissect on that. Also, the fallout from the Astroworld Concert Festival last night. We're still getting breaking news is rolling in as we're discussing it. It's a lot to unpack. I don't even know where to start to preview for that, so I'm just gonna let you know about that. Joe Budden trolling,
doing what he does.
And I'm saying
doing what Joe do.
Right. You know what I'm saying. We're gonna talk about him and his comments. The Summer Walker new album what's it called, Still Over It or something. Yeah, it's
got the girls going crazy.
It is bringing females to their knees.
Ever in my life, but I experienced it when I listened to that album. I don't know. It just came. It just came to me. Some nigga fucked me over. Some nigga broke my heart, and I'm mad about it.
Yeah, this is what we're hearing. It was funny when I woke up yesterday. It was nothing but dudes talking about the Kanye interview and women talking about Summer Walker.
Yeah.
But I liked it because they were in their own world. Like women were in women's business and men were in men's business.
Which
it's
is
like
where it needs to be.
Yeah, anybody who dabbled over to talk to the other, it's like, bro, come on, bro.
What you doing?
Get on this Kanye interview, bro. Stop talking. Let them have their thing. Okay, Silk Sonic's new song, "Smoking Out the Window." We're gonna discuss that goddamn masterpiece.
We gotta play it a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta play it. Yeah, especially.
We gotta do that.
Yeah. If we play a little bit, oh yeah, I know. I keep forgetting I can edit and cut this out, so I can definitely play it. What else? We're gonna talk about Freddie Gibbs and DJ Academics.
Freddie, what up?
This was the
What up?
This was the biggest 3-0 comeback I've ever seen in the history of beef. I can't wait to break that down. And if we got some time, we might talk about Odell Beckham getting released by the Browns.
Yeah, I got something to say about Baker Mayfield. We'll get into that probably.
So, what's the first topic you want to get into?
Yeah,
Astro World.
Let's talk about.
Let's talk about it. You got an article on that?
Yeah, I'm bringing it up, but so far, let's just talk about what Astro World is to the community. You know what I'm saying? If you want to keep it a buck, Astro World is a yearly event, an annual event Travis Scott has in Houston. I want to say for the past, how many years? For the past,
started probably like 2016. That was when I was out there. It started kind of like in that time frame, but for the past 4 years, it's been going on, and it's one of those big festivals. They got the rides, they got people come out and perform. It's definitely a vibe at Astro World.
Yeah, and I think 2018 when he released, what was it? I think it was a goddamn.
What was the album?
Astro World.
Yeah,
that's what kind of kicked it off when he released the Jordans, the 4s and shit.
The
and
Cactus Jacks.
Yeah, the Cactus Jacks and all that shit started blowing up. I think that was kind of took the concert over the top. Mm-hmm. And the hysteria of Travis Scott and who he is.
Him being signed to Jordan, all that.
Yeah, so at least 8 dead and many injured after crowd surge at Travis Scott's Astro World Festival in Houston, as they say. People described the incident being increasingly squeezed in minutes before Scott's performance began, and the feeling of crushed and seeing others pass out screaming terror once the show started. God damn. The crowd was squishing into me so much I felt like I couldn't breathe. A girl, Emily, 22, told CNN, "I started screaming for help. I felt so scared like I was going to die. The amount of people I saw get hurt, passed out, bleeding, crying is crazy." When Scott came on stage, everything started to happen. The audience member told the reporter, "People just went berserk. I realized people were dying." The crowd, for whatever reason, began to push the surge towards the front of the stage, which caused the people in the front to be compressed. The Houston fire chief told CNN this morning. People began to fall out, became unconscious, and got trampled. Another woman in the crowd says she ultimately passed out and apparently was crowd surfed to safety. As the timer on screen counted down 30 minutes to Scott's performance, people compressed up against each other and were pushing forward and backward, and it got progressively worse. I was having constant pressure on my back and my chest. From the side, I was being squeezed. Right when he started performing his first song, I looked at my boyfriend and said, "We have to get out of here." He said, "I can't, we can't." Damn. When I remember looking,
so scary.
Yeah, when I remember looking up and passing out and then going in and out of consciousness, she said she remembers being pulled over a fence and ultimately waking up for good in a chair. Damn.
Yeah.
What do you guys have to say?
Cara, get into it.
I recently went to go see Future in Miami. Future and Kodak and all of them, they was out there. Actually, Lil Uzi was supposed to perform too, but he didn't show up. And the space that we were at, it was outside, but it was a smaller, it wasn't like festival size, but it was a smaller venue. And there was so many people. But literally being in that crowd, when Future hit the stage, them people went fucking crazy. It was ridiculous. And I felt I was being pushed around and stuff like that. So I understand,
right,
that feeling. But it's even scarier when you have it's over 50,000 people. I think they said were there.
Yeah.
And you have you can't where can you go? It's just a sea of people. There's nowhere, to be like where you can see somewhere to get out or anything like that. So I feel for the people who were there and experienced that, and even more, especially, of course, for the people who passed away. Like, that is so scary. It's just, like, you want to have a good time, you want to go and you want to be around people, especially, like, after COVID and all this stuff. Like, it's great, but it's just crazy. And I feel so bad about that. It makes me feel so scared for people to just go out. And then it's another day today. And actually, my brother was supposed to go. He ended up not even going yesterday because of something happened. I guess his friend forgot his COVID card, and he wasn't able to go, but he's trying to go today. And now that we're finding out that other things are coming out to, what happened, and we'll get into that, but it's just crazy to see, and it's so sad.
So first thing first, when I first thought about it, I was just like, my condolences go out today, families that, lost a loved one in this whole tragedy.
Yeah.
I'll start with that. But if you've ever been to a concert, a rave, or anything like that, like we pretty much all have at this panel, you understand that those crowds are extremely crazy. Yeah. When these artists get on stage, they don't really care who's behind them, who's beside them. They just trying to rage and turn up. Right. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I actually read it to TMZ with some other news that we're about to get into right now, that apparently there was somebody that was injecting somebody or people at the concert with drugs. So I've been at these concerts. I see these kids. I see how they act, their movements, their body language. A lot of them be on drugs. You feel me? And so they don't really care what's going on. They don't know if somebody dead beside them or, you know what I'm saying? I heard they had to stop the concert to let people know, like, it's people dying right now.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That's scary as hell.
At a concert.
You can't even go out and enjoy yourself and have a good time without some shit going down and people being stupid. Like, with the drug, what I'm referring to as a drug thing. Like, everybody does their own thing willingly. Okay, then, that's one thing. But, like, you going out and injecting people with stuff.
That's insane.
It's insane. It's disgusting. And it makes you, it's inevitable that you're going to have some anxiety going out, just trying to have a good time. It makes everybody want to think twice about it.
Yeah, man. I remember I went to a Playboy Cardi concert in Miami back.
Oh God!
And this was but this was like December 2017, right? So it was a small enough event. It was like a club type shit. When I tell you, like, you can ask the twins, bro, we were literally swept off our feet. Like, the crowd was just a wave moving out.
It was no control.
But literally, like, you literally did not have control.
Zero control.
Go. And yet, it was fun because I was tall enough to see over the crowd. But for somebody who's not, that's not something you want to be doing or be involved with. Yeah. So I pulled up the article. Unconfirmed reports reveal Astroworld Festival victims may have been injected with drugs. The youngest person killed at the event was reportedly just 10 years old. Day 2 of Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival was expected to kick off today, but after 8 attendees were tragically killed in one day, the Houston rapper decided to shut down the event early this afternoon, he shared in a statement, expressing his disbelief over the mass casualty that occurred Friday night. My prayers go out to the families and all those impacted by what happened at Astroworld Festival. Houston PD has my total support as they continue to look for the tragic loss of life. I am committed to working together with the Houston community to heal and support the families needed. This upsetting incident has made headlines worldwide, and some sources are sharing that a patron of the event may have been injecting others in the crowd with drugs. Someone closely linked to the festival allegedly told the site that authorities are currently trying to determine if the attendees who went into cardiac arrest during the stampede were also injected. Reports say that at least one of the victims was seen foaming at the mouth before going into cardiac arrest, which could be considered evidence that there was foul play involved. One of the 8 people killed while attending Astro Festival was reportedly just 10 years old. Damn.
That's sad. Insane.
TMZ acknowledges they have not yet confirmed that the news source is allegedly real, or was it from a key person? But the speculation could turn out to be the truth further down the road. Aside from the unfortunate loss of life, over 300 people also sustained injuries in the crowd. So not only were people stampeded over it and a 10-year-old died, people were allegedly injected with drugs unknowingly and basically were poisoned. Like, that's kind of like a terroristic threat, like domestic terrorism.
Definitely.
In the middle of a concert, people passing out. And honestly, one thing that might get drowned out in this conversation is, what parent is allowing their 10-year-old to go to Astroworld?
Yeah, that when you said 10 years old, that kind of raised an eyebrow, 100%.
Yeah.
So
that has been a conversation that I've seen before on social media with parents who, you know, talked about taking their kids to different festivals. You know, if it's a little jazz festival, you know what I'm saying, one of them little grandparents type things, you know, stuff like that, cool, that's great. But Astroworld, when you know there's drugs, drinking, all kinds of shit going on, unless you have like a VIP area or something, like, I don't even know. I just feel like even VIP is
like, if you're 10 years old going to Astroworld, you should be there during the day going on rides, and at nighttime you should be leaving.
Right.
Period.
Right. Or because they need to be like in an area away from everybody, like, you know, if it's in a, you know, a safe environment where you're just with the people that you're with and, you know, they know what they're doing around you and they're aware that you're around. But just out and about.
Why are you in the mosh pit?
No.
See, I look at it like this, man. This isn't even the fault. The lawsuits and the insurance payout that's going to have to happen, and the liabilities that is going to have to happen. Because, you know, a lot of these shows, a lot of these festivals, like, you got to pay a big amount of money just for, like, the insurance policies, book events, and book spaces. You know what I'm saying? So not only are Live Nation, you know, I presume was a liaison to get this done, they're going to have to pretty much get some type of culpability. You know what I'm saying? For not having the amount of security. Travis Scott and his team might have to have some culpability for not having the amount of people, for not stopping the show when he's seen people were in distress. It's a lot of fault into this situation, and the fallout isn't going to even begin to take place until the next coming days. Like, right now, we're just literally digging through the rubble. So that's very unfortunate.
It's only the surface, man. Only the surface.
Yeah, man. And again, condolences out to the people who did lose their life, and their families, and, you know, it's so sad. You know, you have to be so careful and just think twice about everything now.
Yeah, man.
Next topic we're getting into.
Yeah, since we're such on morbid death topics and such a cold, dreary day, let's talk about really Alpo Martinez, man. The news that shook the world of nigga shit and hip hop.
The famous Harlem.
Famous Harlem. The shook the rap world.
You know.
Snitches.
The rat.
Just the whole community, man. Like, you know, people from New York have been catching hella flack, especially since Alpo has been out, that y'all ain't take Alpo out. And they finally got him. You know, at 55, they shot him 5 times through his window.
Got wetted.
You know what I'm saying? Who was immortalized in the film Paid in Full, played by, you know, Cameron. Yeah. And, you know,
the famous Cameron.
Like I said, you know, we give New York a lot of flack for being home of the rats. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, for glorifying, they are, you know, for glorifying.
I mean, they glorify these rats.
Yeah, for, you know, glorifying. You know, you got 6ix9ine running around there. You know what I'm saying? They say, you know, people up in New York, you know, I mean, they do geographically, all the rats in America are in New York. I'm talking about the animals, right? Like, where do you see rats?
Like literally rats.
Yeah. But with the double entendre, there still is home for the rats because the niggas snitching.
It's a play on words.
You know what I'm saying? And then when Alpo comes home, and when you know, real Green Bay Packer shit. You know what I'm saying? Then when Alpo comes home, he's around there smashing cakes and niggas' faces on the block. He out here jumping out of planes with the parachute. Got the Harley Davidson with the matching biker outfit and the helmet. He out here in the club, standing in the VIP, Gucci down with the Gucci
on the couch
with the Gucci bucket hat and the bottles.
Hat and the Dior vest.
You know what I'm saying? Alpo out here walking on the block, you know, doing interviews, shaking hands. Y'all got Alpo in the car, driving around pointing out when he took out Rich Porter. You know what I'm saying? Where they dumped the body. Y'all got Alpo stunting in front, running around Harlem. Yeah, we was going to talk that noise. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all beloved him. Y'all love that man. And when I say y'all love that man, like, he would just run around and see. Now, one thing I did hear people was saying was that, you know, there was some whispers in the street. I remember on Star Reports, I was like, yeah, yeah, OG said that we just rocking him to sleep. Like, we just making him feel comfortable in the hood so he ain't got his guard up, and we gonna go ahead and take him out. And honestly, what I feel like Alpo should do is after he got out, when he was a witness protection up there in Maine, he should have just lived in Maine and Wyoming, sold his life rights and got a book deal, you know what I'm saying, did some paid in full shit on his own and started snitching and get money off, you know what I'm saying, because that's what he really could have did. But instead, you want to be the king of Harlem, running around stunting in front. Like, you took out people's uncles, they brothers, their sons, their fathers.
And then trying to go back to the hood.
And you around here, you know what I'm saying, you're a killer. You're a serial killer. And niggas ain't doing nothing. So I always said it was an outside hit who did it. I didn't think it was a Harlem nigga who really ran down and did it. But, you know, maybe they hired somebody who did. Who knows? But it was just crazy, you know what I'm saying, for that to be somebody like in hip-hop. We just hang our hat on like as the Michael Jordan of snitching. And then it's like, and it's like dead ass. He's the jump man of like
snitching. Of snitching.
You feel me? So it's like for the logo to get murdered like that. Like I said, man. 6ix9ine is hiding in the work cabinet somewhere, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
That nigga,
really
that nigga put up right now.
Yeah, man. And I just respect the shooter. I just respect the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, because the sediment for the last couple of years, like, nobody respects, you know, the street code anymore. And it's not even just a street code. It's like you're a murderer and a drug dealer, and you tell on people, so you're just like on demon time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
and then to come home and, you know, you stunting in front and shining for the world to see on that fly jiggy shit.
On that bullshit, on that nigga shit.
Oh, man, yeah, thank God somebody took him out, you know. And salute for the Star Report. So when I was on that episode, that shit did like 130 views.
Yeah, man, talk about that,
views.
man.
Yeah.
New York niggas at your throat, man.
Yeah, listen, first of all, Star came on the episode with the Jaguar hat.
Oh,
and the teal Nautica windbreaker.
Yeah. Talk that.
He had to let
he had
to let her know
he had a Nautica.
Bro, he came on the mic. He was like, got him. Got that nigga. Like, he was going crazy. He was like, talk to you niggas. He was going in. And when I called it, I'm like, man, the reason why they was mad at me, because I'm like, bro, I don't think a Harlem nigga. I'm like, I think it was a Cali nigga. I think it was a Cali nigga, you know what I'm saying? I think it was like a GD or something, you know what I'm saying? I think it was like an outside nigga came in, scoped the scene. It's like, oh, this who y'all need to get? Bow. All right, you know what I'm saying? Took him out, just went on, you know, went about his way. You know, some people got mad at, you know, pressed me about it, but it is what it is, man. Like, hey, he was running around there. You know what I'm saying? He did what we did. We seen him all on camera, all in the videos, all in the shows, stunting, fronting. But you know what I'm saying? He got took out, and that's what matters at the end of the day. So, you know, we can now say, oh, all right, we can't use that against people in New York anymore. So that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know who made the hit.
Yeah, we don't know who made it. So
I'm
not
not
giving
y'all credit.
No credit to the
I'm
New
not
York
going to
niggas.
give you credit, but I will give you a pass for him not being around anymore. So, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all got one more breathing.
It's like this. I won't bring it up, but y'all bet not bring it up. It's like y'all caught one. You feel me? Like, nah, I don't want to hear that either. Y'all ain't catch one. You know, it just fell in your lap. You was already laying on the floor. So, you know what I'm saying? Just relax. So y'all want to get on the Kanye or the Joe Budden topic?
Let's get on the Ye, man.
Yeah, man.
Ye.
Ye went on a whole ego trip and then turned back around and was like, yeah, because it's y'all niggas' egos that get y'all niggas in trouble.
Can we please talk about how he did Big Sean, John Legend, and all
so
them?
I didn't get a chance to see that, but I have heard about it.
Do we have the clip?
Yeah, we have a clip?
Can we play the clip from Drink Champs?
The reason why I'm not gonna play the clip from Drink Champs is because I think there is certain YouTube strikes and guidelines.
Okay.
And to be chopping that up the whole time.
Right.
You don't.
Yeah. You'll avoid that.
Yeah, and for the viewers' experience.
Y'all go check that out.
Yeah, but we can still talk about it. Like,
yeah.
Like, one of the parts that was crazy is when he was pretty much telling Talib Kweli to go read yourself to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to, like, fucking hear you. Because he pretty much was saying, like, Talib Kweli, you know, Common. Well, not even really Common. Well, he did get at Common a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. But not as bad. He got at, like, Big Sean and John Legend about how they're getting used as tools of, like, political parties to not only speak out against him, but just to do whatever those parties say for certain benefits. And it's like, these people, like a Big Sean, like, I signed a John Legend, like, I've changed these bozos' life. And when I'm running for president, you got these guys speaking against me. Like, how dare you? My favorite part was, like for him to go at Big Sean was vindication for me, because I never liked Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? Big Sean has always been, like, the lamest dude in the camp.
He referred to them as coons, and what else he said? He definitely called them coons. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. He called. Not only did he call them coons, man. Like I said, not only did he call them coons and shit, he said Big Sean was the worst thing he ever did.
Yeah.
He talked about, John Legend. I really do think he was a coon. But pretty much, Kanye West slammed Big Sean in an interview. Said, when I die, on my tombstone is gonna say I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean, as he told in the latest episode of Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? And at first, Nori misunderstood the comment, and he was like, and when Kanye elaborated on the statement, he said it came down to Big Sean's lack of support during Kanye's presidential bid. Kanye said, I know this man's mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? I changed this man's family, he said. And both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quick by the Democrats to come at they boy, and that actually changed their life. And that's some sellout shit. I don't rock with neither of them, and I need my apologies.
I mean...
And Kanye later made fun of Big Sean's 2011 single "Ass." I said, "Man, don't make your first song be called Ass." He said, "I always want to make a song that if I'm going through the airport and people sing my song, it's like my theme music. When you go through the airport and everybody screams out ass, 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 ass," he's like interrupting himself with his own laughter. You know what I'm saying? That shit was funny as fuck. And he was pretty much saying, he was like, let me read. Yeah. Pretty much, he was just saying that Big Sean was ungrateful and pretty much like he didn't have to fucking do that for either of these niggas. And also getting on Talib Kweli thing just surrounding about. He pretty much said, "Hey man, just read yourself to death, bro. Like you think you're like this highly intellectual nigga. You read all these books. You be trying to check niggas on Twitter. And like, bro, you really ain't that guy. Like, nobody wants to rap like Talib Kweli, bro. Like I never heard a nigga say like they want to be the next Talib, bro. Like no, bro. Like you're not that guy. Like you're cool, but like all that smart shit, like nobody want to hear that shit, bro. Kind of like I don't read that good or write that good, but guess what, nigga? Like I'm Ye. Like all that book got you where."
Yeah,
so
he definitely said that shit. That shit was crazy.
What do you think about those comments? We're still breaking this down, but what are you guys' thoughts on
How you
the Big Sean and the?
How are you feeling about the rant?
I love it. Like it's who we are. And then what really got me, what was like funny to me, because like I said, I only got a chance to see an hour of it, unfortunately. So when he was talking about verses, Kanye is one of the few niggas that could do a verses by himself. Like these niggas was talking about him doing a verses just with his albums. Like that to me just lets you know, like lets everybody know, this nigga is not a game. Like he really is that nigga, and he can do what he did, like, and say what he say, because it's true. Like you can't even knock him, because that shit he be talking is real shit. Like that's just that simple. So I enjoy what I did get to see. I think that nigga crazy, but it is what it is. Like nobody's gonna stop him.
The best thing I love about Kanye rants are just you always get to break them down and just dissect them, right? The best part to me was when he said Soulja Boy album was trash, or his verse was trash.
No, he said the verse was trash.
That was the best part to me.
He's like, did you hear that shit?
Did you hear that shit?
That shit was hilarious.
And then he proceeded to laugh, and then you see Soulja Boy the next day with the rant. He snapped on that nigga. Kanye is a genius with all this shit, bro. Yeah. There's no touching Ye. Ye's up on a pedestal with the greats.
The only thing I didn't like was the Just Blaze comment, because if we're making an album which was a blueprint and the concept is like soulful beats, then that's the type of beats all the producers are going to be required to make. So I can't sit here and say that Just Blaze stole from Kanye, on top of the fact both of their productions is totally different. Yeah, they may use soulful samples, but Just Blaze has a different drum pattern than Kanye. Yeah. So I can't even sit here and co-sign what Kanye said about that. I like when he told Steve Rifkin to mind his business about him giving Dame Dash whatever money or whatever Dame Dash needed. That's one thing I did like about the Ye interview, because even Biggs came in there and he gave Jay-Z his props. He was like, I'm not gonna go against Jay-Z in the verses because that's the boss. That's the boss. But then again, he put Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian,
all in the group
chat. Goddamn Virgil and goddamn Drake in the group said,
"Goat shit, boy." That shit
was funny. He said, I was talking to Lauren, and I told Lauren I'm the leader, and she said, "You a leader? You're not the leader."
Bro, he told all the niggas in text messages, "I got more money than all of y'all." Fine.
combined.
That's what you gotta do. That's how you gotta talk. Like
That's how you gotta talk.
He
to
talking
these niggas,
greasy.
I be talking
real
means
greasy,
every
nigga.
single
Like
word. He mean every single
all
word.
you niggas.
All you
nigga,
niggas.
Kim, Ye, Jay.
The goat.
Yeah, more money than all y'all.
And he also kind of broke down like the tactics that Drake was using, like to
I
kind
love
of like
that.
antagonize him, and it made me have a little bit more respect for the quote unquote, like rapper beef thing and how it all works, because it gets you, it's like what he said, I bit his ear, like I just did what I did, like, and it is what it is, because this nigga was poking, and then like nobody don't see it because it's not all out in the open like how everybody, thinks it is. So I really thought that was cool. And it really does kind of like expand on everything that goes on in the dark when it comes to these beefs. So that was really cool for me. I like that.
Jay, let me ask you a question. How did you feel how he broke down the war when it comes to this rap shit with Drake?
In terms
of Drake texting everybody in this camp to try to get to him,
literally
living down the street,
like blocks from
on
him.
the block, like that's some real chess shit. How Drake really approached this whole rap beef.
I feel like the same thing like Kanye, bro. Like you doing all this, nigga, and I'm gonna put you in a group text with everybody and let all y'all know I'm richer than all you niggas. Like look what you doing and look what I'm telling. Look what I'm telling.
Look at my response.
Look at the truth. Like I feel like that's some sucker shit, bro. And that's why I don't have a problem with how Kanye won. You know how Kanye won that beef? By getting Pusha T to drop Story of Adidon. That's what killed Drake, bro. That's what did it. Kanye beat him. He just did it through Pusha T. And Pusha T a rider like that. Pusha T the shooter. Pusha T the shooter. Pusha T the shooter. So Kanye was like, look, I got this information. We're going to drop Infrared first. We're going to put it last on the album because, see, I'm going to produce this shit. So we're going to put this last on the album. That's going to be the warning shot. And when Drake come in, because he already had Drake in the studio during Scorpion. So he was already picking information from him. So he was like, so once we do that, we're going to drop this, this Infrared track. And then we're going to bait Drake. And that's when Drake dropped the, what was that song called? Like Duppy Freestyle?
Duppy Boy.
And then him and Kanye was like, all right.
It was up. It was up.
Story at it. And that drop, I think that track was already done before Infrared even came out.
Yeah,
that's why Drake did that.
Cause when that Story added on drop, bro, it was nothing that Drake could do. I don't want to hear nothing about no goddamn track you ain't drop.
I was about to say, but like Jay Prince said
Jay
he had
Prince,
something in the clip.
I don't want to hear.
Jay Prince, come on, man.
You
talk about the mob.
What you mean?
Talk about the mob.
But you
Talk
right.
about,
You
don't
right.
do that.
You right though. But my thing is, if you got it in a clip, you might as well let that shit out. Like, what are you holding it for?
And Randy, just like what you saying is main reason why Jay Prince was out here lying to niggas, because he knew it was niggas like you out here go be, you know Jay Prince said it. You know Jay Prince said it.
It's not that. It's just like when you've lived in Houston, right, and you see how these niggas move. These niggas move like the mob. It's like it's not no cap in their rap. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I feel like Drake probably had some shit.
I feel like he ain't have it. So if he would have had it, they would. If they was moving like the mob, they would have let it go.
Hey man,
I don't want to hear about
niggas gonna ruin
squashing.
families.
Then ruin families, because y'all talking about street like Kanye said, it's professional rap. So it's professional rap. Y'all should have let it ride out. And y'all ain't
At
had
that point, I feel like Drake should have let the clip go just because he did the story of Adonis.
You
gotta let the clip go, bro.
You ain't have nothing to see. You ain't know who to talk.
Like, you talking about you put my business out there like
I'm
that?
letting the clip go.
Listen,
you got to.
I think that Pusha T track hit so hard, Drake ain't know who to respond to. He ain't know who in his camp leaked the information. He ain't know who at Adidas leaked the information.
Niggas is rats too, man.
He ain't know whose girl leaked the information. He don't know Kanye did it. He don't know if this was Pusha. It was so many people Drake was probably looking at. Was like, bro, I ain't even got enough time to zero even to get in the studio right now. So, just speaking on that, and then honestly, like I said, one of the main things when Kanye was talking about like how Robin Hood was one of the best things that happened to like just the community, just the have-nots. Or when he was telling people to like, buy stocks, you know what I'm saying? Like get into the stock market, bro, like buy some property. Like that's one thing that got lost in the interview and gets lost in a lot of Kanye interviews. Is when Kanye is literally telling people like, hey man, why don't we do this? Why don't we get these tools? Like, I got my own school going on. You know what I'm saying? And how school teaches you and how they program you. How he's talking about his son and how like his son was getting frustrated that, his answers weren't adding up at school. He was like, no, this is preparing you for what life is going to be. when everything adds up and then you still get the wrong answer, but it's not fair, but it's conditioning you. He's like, that's why I take my kid out of that school and get in my own school. But when he's breaking down things on a philosophical level, the media is never going to grab that and place that as a forefront of the conversation. They're always going to take the salacious article and lose the gems within what Kanye is saying. Everybody think Kanye's on a crazy rant, and no, he didn't. He was just talking. Yeah. And whenever you're that rich and that big, bro, like when he was talking about Balenciaga and how he didn't have to pay for anything being anywhere, it's like, bro, this is a different individual, bro. You can't think of him and expect him to think like the rest of us.
But I think and even with that, what you were talking about him, the Balenciaga thing, that I think that is a goal for real for a lot of people, to just be able to go and have the love and the ability to be around people anywhere you go and they take care of you. Like, that's beautiful. I think that's something that a lot of people, they probably don't even realize they have that and the joy of that. So really, like we were saying, there's a lot of gems in that interview. And just to pay attention to everything that he's saying, I know, like, he might go on a little rant here and there, but, like, you got to really dissect what he's saying. What's the next topic?
Yeah,
Joe Budden, troll god. What's up?
All right, so pretty much it was an interview about how the CEO of an LGBTQ organization said that I think the baby was off the hook, but Dave Chappelle is still showing no remorse.
Oh, man.
And the joke was, on the Joe Budden podcast, joke was like, bro, like, so there's a CEO for the whole community, and it's like, where's the straight CEO, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like the joke, like, bro, so how you got the CEO of like the community, bro? Like, what the fuck? So laughing about that, and Joe Budden was pretty much, was like, I'm bisexual, I like guys and girls, spread the word, right? But the nuance of the joke was that, okay, if I align myself with the community, then the CEO can't cancel me for what I say because I'm already a part of that community. So now what? Like, how can you attack me, right? Mm-hmm. But because of the internet, they just took that 22-second clip and put it out.
Joe Budden's gay.
Without any concept. And, like, I didn't even really bite into it until, like, I seen the news and I went straight to the fucking YouTube. And I tried to, and right when I went to YouTube, I scrolled down in the comments. I knew somebody was going to have a timestamp. He gave me a timestamp. I watched it. I'm like, oh, okay. So, like, but the thing about it is, if you watch the podcast, when Rory Maul was there, he always used to make, like, jokes, like, I'm going to come out in, like, 2022 and shit. And just, you know what I'm saying, be funny about it. So, like I said, I didn't really take it too serious. But if he ever did come out, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
But
it's the tight clothes and the hats for me.
I just think he just says some... I don't know. I just think he says some weird shit.
He do be saying some weird shit sometimes.
Not on a Charlemagne level, but just on like well,
in that realm.
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of fluid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and
you're kind of.
It just comes off so effortlessly. Like, you gotta. It's kind of like.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not like punchlines too, but then it's everybody's not the same. But I don't know. I just and it was probably smart of him because I'm pretty sure his views went up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got clout chase here and there. Yeah. Especially since Maul and Rory got a $10 million bag,
And they're doing crazy numbers on their pod.
I gotta listen to Rory.
I don't think they are.
Bro, I've seen the numbers on YouTube.
It was only like a couple 100,000, right?
Nah, bro, they like up 500K on most of their
every episode.
Most of their views is 400 and up.
All right, well,
see,
I haven't looked in a few months.
How long have they been potting by themselves now?
A few months.
Yeah, a few months.
Yeah. Like, last time I checked, I think it was like the first couple episodes like that. But then the ones teetering off were kind of around like Joe Budden level, where like it was 100-something K.
Is Maul acting like a granddaddy still?
I'm not really watching it.
I don't watch it either. Yeah.
Not like I hate on them niggas and all that, but like I really, within like my own podcast and like creating content, like I don't really be having time to
watch others,
watching and listen to other niggas, bro. Like, not it ain't no diss, but it's like I'll catch the Joe Budden podcast like literally when I can. Mm-hmm. But like I'm trying to get caught up, but I'm just literally catching it when I can now, or with a lot of platforms. I mean, even the audience knows, like, I haven't been on Starport, like, every single episode because it's, like, I'm in the middle of fucking, like, right now we're recording. Or I'm in the middle of motherfucking, like, editing an episode, like, just doing some shit. So it's, like, I can't even really... When you start creating and really getting into, like, your own bag of, like, being a content creator, you
don't have time.
You kind of have to take away from other entertainment, other things you used to do, and able to produce content. Like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
What we got next?
Summer Walker.
Summer? Oh my God. I love Summer.
Let's get into it.
Summer Walker dropped her new album, and the streets of Twitter exploded, man. Like, you would have thought, like, they were, like...
all the baby mamas.
Pretty much what I got was women who have been played by men and have been baby mamas to... been the fifth baby mama to men and been manipulated, have a voice. I guess it's kind of giving me Mary J. Blige, our generation.
Definitely Mary J. Blige.
I'm not going to cry vibes,
Yeah.
my life vibes, and that is a space in a void that is extremely needed.
Yeah.
And I think Keisha Cole was the last generation of that, and I think this is the new generation of that. And when I say that, it's like...
I can agree.
It's like all three of them. It's like they have that look to them of like that hood chick, that down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be Beyonce. You feel me? Like, I'm not trying to be like Diana Ross.
Right.
Like, I'm from around the way. Like, we smoking kush. You might just happen to see me sing, but if you didn't hear my voice, you would just think I'm just like a regular. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about the look of Summer Walker. And then like music. What's good about it is that, like I said, it's filling the void. You know what I'm saying? You do have females or people that do sing about heartbreak, but like the precision of the storytelling and people kind of knowing her real life and her expressing that through the music, I think was huge. You know what I'm saying? Just being transparent, and that's what a lot of people want to hear. That's what's going to connect to the audience. On top of the fact, the time it took for her to make this looks like it was about 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
And I really like when artists do take time out to give you full bodies of work.
Especially R&B artists.
Right, because it let her old work age, like CPR, the last album, it let that work age and gave it a certain level of appreciation for this project.
Yeah, it was a beautiful project. I mean, like, I didn't think she could... a lot of us trying to figure out how she's going to top the last one. Like, that's a fucking good album. So for her to even like go as stupid as she did, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little worried when she put out that little song with JT, because that shit, I didn't like that shit. But
yeah, I was like, what's going on?
What is it? X for a reason, something like that. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't like that. But man, I promise you, I've never been heartbroken, but I definitely felt like somebody fucked me over. Some nigga fucked me over, broke my heart. Like, I've had his baby, and he don't do shit for the baby. He don't take care of me. He don't take care of his child. And it's just that on that. That's how I feel when I listen to that album. That's exactly, and it's great. It's great. She did her thing.
It's crazy, man. I feel like the aspect of music, especially like for R&B artists, is a lot different than when it was, of course, when we were growing up, because social media plays such a big part, right?
Exactly.
Leading up to it, it was a lot of baby mama drama with London on the track, you know, the Shade Room, all that stuff going on. And if you paid attention to it, like, leading up to the album, it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Her fans were really, like, waiting on it for them 2 years. You know what I'm saying? The anticipation grew, and when she dropped it, it was kind of perfect, I feel like, for the timing. But she got a track on there, I think it's called Fourth Baby Mama. Bro, she name dropping. Future. You want to be like, she said you want to be like Thug. Say you trying to compete with, like, I'm just like, yo, she talking crazy.
Question though, where was the accountability on the album of becoming the fourth baby mom?
That's what
I think and you know, I think that it kind of is just the fact that she has the song is the accountability.
I can see that, because you're being vulnerable enough
to even talk about it.
Talking about it. I can see that. But on the other end, I can see, like, I mean, you're number 4. Like,
you knew.
But like I said, I can see what Jakara is saying from Summer Walker's point. I'm talking about from Summer Walker's point of view. Like, yeah, the accountability is literally pouring your heart out over a song.
Over the track, yeah.
Yeah, but for the fourth baby moms out here, like, you know.
It's always. You know,
sell it like, yeah, it's just shit. It's like, I know you can relate.
But you still stupid.
But you may want to get off the timeline about how much you relate to being like the
That shit was funny. You saw that tweet when it was like Cardi B, Sierra, and I forget who else they had on there. It was like the Spider-Man.
Yeah, we were all pointing. I seen that. Or I seen one was like one of my favorite tweets was this dude. This is why I was like, bro, just stay off it, bro. Stop trying to get your shit off. He was like, the same women listen to Summer Walker gonna still get manipulated. No, he's like, why y'all listen to Summer Walker? Y'all still gonna get manipulated or something like that. And then like the girls are like, yo, why you listen to Future, bro? You still ain't gonna get no bitches.
Exactly.
So like, why you listening to Drake, bro? Like, you still over here crying about the hoes you never got. Like, I was just like,
man.
damn, bro, y'all gave him an easy layup, boy. They was
waiting on it.
Boy, they was eating off that like ants to a slice of bread. Boy, it was bro. They was flipping the hell out of that.
Wow.
The girls was also getting on the other girls talking about, I can't relate to Summer Walker's music because I've never been through any of this stuff. They're like, girl, just say your pussy whack.
Oh, damn. There we go. See? Now we're getting into it. Now we getting into it.
Listen. I listen.
Yo. Lame, man. Talk that.
Lame as fuck.
See, this is why you need females on the pod, because it's certain things like I might not be able to say or see, but like they gonna say it. It's like, bro.
Listen, I killed a few babies here and there. No, I'm joking. I've never done that. But
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, you
like
know, it ain't nothing wrong with not being stupid.
Because
Like,
not everybody, it's time to be a parent.
yeah. Not everybody is gonna accept that shit. And you know, like being a kid like me, watching my dad have multiple baby daddies, and just watching bitches look stupid. Like, at some point, something gotta click in my brain. Okay, this ain't the world that you want to go down. Like, you know, everybody has a different story. So, I think it may also be some whack pussy, but it also could be just a bitch learning from other people's lessons.
Or it's kind of like people just haven't went through like enough interactions with people to have those emotions invoked out of them. I mean, some people don't really find people they're enamored with like the first time, like some people, you know what I'm saying, like second or third time. So I wouldn't say you got whack pussy because you can't relate to the album, because I haven't heard all the tracks. Because some girls are lucky enough to find somebody who appreciates them off the top and never have to go through that type of shit.
That's very true.
Some niggas have dogged women and found one with great pussy, and they're like, no, I'm going to act right. And this girl never went through anything. They're unjust. You can't relate.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? Shout out to them. You know? Yeah. I honestly...
Very few.
I honestly have never experienced, like, being fucked over by a guy like that. Like, I mean, like, niggas may do some stupid shit, but, like, I've never really had that where I'm like, nigga, you got me fucked up, like, where I'm arguing with a dude. And I've never done that, but, like, I have always seen it, and that shit is dead. I ain't got time to argue with no nigga. Ever. If you fuck me over, or if you do something, that's it. For you, you're cut off. It's that simple. Is that simple for y'all?
You know what's crazy?
With girls?
Well, if you fuck me over...
Like, you just... Or do you feel like you give multiple chances?
I feel like this. For me personally, bro, it's kind of hard to fuck me over considering what I may have done to the individual for the fuck over to take place.
So you feel like...
This is just me kind of take accountability. Like,
okay, but that aside... Say, you know, have you been dogged out before? Like, have you been like, you really got me fucked up with a bitch? Have you ever?
What do you mean? When you say dogged out, what do you mean
like
have I been like cheated on?
Yeah, cheated on.
Like, I remember
it could be cheated on, or it could be like she stunning on you in front of some niggas on some real clown shit, or like she made you feel like,
yeah, I've been trying. Yeah, I've been sized. I haven't been like. Like she, you know what I'm saying? Like, you betrayed. But yeah, I kind of have, to be honest. I've been like, yo, nigga, like, I ain't fucking, you ain't my bitch if you out here like doing, or I'm not fucking with you if you like on this type of time. So yeah, I think now that I think about it,
bitches have you been out here looking stupid.
I wouldn't even say looking stupid. Like, I probably felt stupid than I've like looked stupid optically to the outside world. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In my sense, it was more so like she was getting get back for what I had did type shit. So like,
okay,
it was kind of like even in the score type shit. Okay. So I didn't really look crazy because I initiated it.
Okay,
that makes sense.
Yeah, well,
yeah, man.
I can't say I have experienced that. That's why, you know, and I feel like that's kind of what this is what she's talking about in this album a lot, to me at least, for what I heard. I did play it like through One Good Time. Not gonna lie, some of that shit I couldn't really understand what she was saying, but what I could understand was just like he was like, you know, had her out here looking stupid, especially, you know, like you were saying with the shade room and all this stuff. And
worst part about it, bro, did you see her contract? If you her mans, how do you let her sign that contract?
I didn't see anything.
Yo,
about
my
that.
girl not signing no contract.
Second of all this, London ain't shit. Who do you think produced the album? He got all the credits on that shit.
Oh, really? I didn't hear London on the track at all. On that.
Yeah, niggas told me he produced it.
He produced it.
Oh.
That's why he said go stream it.
Do you think it's a ploy, just for?
I don't.
album?
Me personally, I don't care, because I'm not sitting here trying to live on. I just don't care. I just don't care.
Yeah.
If it's a ploy or not, because it didn't involve.
It sounds good though.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, yeah, the contract. I think she gets like 16 cents
on the dollar.
On the dollar, and it's pretty much like one of the worst music contracts a lot of these lawyers have seen.
Some Motown 360 shit.
Yeah, and I don't give a damn about that either, to be honest. Because it's like, hey, welcome to showbiz, bro. Like, this is music industry. Like, what do you want us to do about it? You think you want to cry about it? Like, nigga, you want to be famous or you don't, nigga? Like, so you better sell some records.
He's the one that got her to sign it?
I wonder how many album deals, like, because usually they do album deals.
I think it's like a 6 album deal, bro.
Shit, she's fucked. She only did 2. What?
But, like,
2,
he's
3?
the one that, like, pushed that on her.
He probably...
Or did he...
I don't know.
He's getting money off of her.
Yeah, but especially producing most of her shit. But
yeah, I expect that, but, like...
I'm pretty sure he had a hand in the contract.
And the timing of this news coming out of her contract information is kind of, especially around the time of her album dropping.
Yeah, it's kind of like some.
I feel like he kind of pushed
dropped it out. Yeah,
like here you go. Since
like
you
talking all that. Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
This
You
is
a
what
worker.
you signed to.
You a worker.
Wow.
I be looking deeper into shit, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, you definitely a worker, man. And
damn, he like, yeah, go listen so I can get this money.
Hell, Freddie, Act, what up?
All right, so Freddie Gibbs and Academics are beefing. They're going back and forth. Just give you guys a quick rundown. And Academics got some information from some people in Freddie Gibbs' hood that Freddie Gibbs is not welcome back in the hood. Freddie Gibbs is a liar. He is not a gang member. His dad was a police officer. Freddie Gibbs was a schoolboy. Freddie Gibbs smoked weed and didn't go to the National Guard when he was supposed to.
Can we get a bomb for that?
No, we don't have any bombs.
We got no bomb.
We ain't got no bombs.
We usually we have sometimes.
Yeah,
I forgot to program in. Got here a little too late. Anyways, but he pretty much exposed Freddie Gibbs to be just a fraud rapper, and he doesn't and hasn't lived any of the things that he has rapped about. And a lot of his audio has resurfaced because it looks like it was out for about like past 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? But Academics digging around and figuring out, Frederick tipped in. He was like, Freddie.
See, that's why you don't mess with niggas that really be in the house on the computer all the time.
They got time.
Because they got time. And they gonna dig.
This nigga Academics
is really one of them nerdy niggas that you really don't want to beef with.
Yeah.
He's so annoying.
And Freddie Gibbs deactivated his Instagram page.
Is Twitter still up?
I didn't check.
Did we check? What?
All I know is that Freddie Gibbs, man, like, you got some explaining to do. Academics is.
I always knew Freddie Gibbs was kind of like, not as hard as that he,
because he laughed too much.
Not even that, but like the people that he hang around like soft ass people.
Yeah, man. See, all I'm gonna say is
I love him though. Still, like
that's one of my favorite rappers too.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite rappers as well.
But can't troll a troll.
I'm going to relax on Freddie Gibbs and his music. Kind of like I did off Benny the Butcher when he got shot in Houston. I'm like, bro, all these drug dealing gun bars and niggas.
When I found out that nigga got shot, I'm like,
yeah, I think we potted together on that episode. I'm like, bro, I'm not really fucking with you no more, bro. You talking all that?
Benny,
The butcher coming and niggas came for you, and all you did was go to the hospital, nigga. Like, bro,
It went home on crutches.
yeah, I don't want to hear no more gun talk from none of these niggas, man. That's why you just gotta respect Currency and
Wiz.
Larry
And
June.
Larry,
They stay out the way.
They stay out the way.
Man,
Niggas be
you
telling you to
better
put
get your-
chlorophyll in your water
Man,
and eat your fruit. Like, that is the
They rap
vibe.
about
That's
staying
gangsta
alive.
rap shit is
Niggas
not.
say they're
Right.
That's what I like this.
They do. They rap about good life decisions. Things that you can do on a regular.
Yeah, man, taking your vitamins,
Getting smoothies.
paying your bills early.
You know?
So
Getting that whole money. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget that.
Don't forget that.
You gotta preside
That's
over
the
the pimping,
biggest
man.
key. That's the biggest key.
Yeah, man. So, do we have anything else?
Oh, speaking of Larry, hey, I'm going to see that nigga on Wednesday, and I'm so excited.
See, I was really
Are
considering.
you going?
I really
June?
want to.
Yeah.
coming?
He's coming to Miami. Or Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
You're not going?
Nah.
But see, that's a long ass goddamn
Yeah, that's a little minute.
So what? Just go. Have a good time.
Bro, if I go to Fort Lauderdale, I'm gonna have to
Hey,
stay the night.
Quan's
there,
trying to go. You might as well. All y'all niggas just, get a whip, drive down there. Quan said, I told him nigga, he was like, I told him, yeah.
Shout out to Fourth Quarter Quan.
Shout out to Fourth Quarter.
That's a
What up,
long
my
ass
guy?
drive.
I told him, I was like, bro, just come on. Like, you know how we get down. Like, you could literally, whatever you need. Like, we good. He was talking about knowing me. I go down there with my homeboys. You drive too. I drive too. Nigga, make sure you sleep when you in the passenger. I was like, bro, you can't just spend the night. Damn.
Man, listen. I know me. If I go down there, bro, I'm gonna get me a hotel room, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck bullshit. I ain't
Got to. And then it's like, it's Miami. I went to Miami for the first time. What was that, September? That was like the beginning of October.
Yeah.
That shit was great, and I've been addicted to going.
Yeah.
I want to go back. So y'all should go.
I haven't been to Miami since I think April.
You should go.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice time.
Yeah, it's to the concert definitely. But going to Miami, dog, it just ain't hitting.
Oh wait, yeah. I remember you kind of like you banned from Miami, right?
Yeah, I was.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was banned.
Whoa.
I was banned.
This nigga was banned from.
My nigga, you banned?
I was.
Hold on. Whoa.
Hey, please tell him.
Hey.
Tell
BJ
him
gang, we
that-
not gonna. Come on, man.
Tell him what's going. Tell him why you're banned from Miami.
I was banned from Miami.
Are you still banned?
No,
No.
the ban has been lifted.
Oh, okay.
I was banned from Miami, not necessarily because of my actions, more primarily of who I participate
This nigga's talking
in
like T.I.
activities with. Yeah, it was just an individual in Miami at the time that I was prohibited in fellowshipping and hanging out with. But now that person is not there anymore, the ban was lifted this April when I was able to go down there and experience the city. So, yeah, Miami's great.
Shout out to whoever that is no longer in Miami to keep you banned
Facts.
from Miami.
Facts. Whoever that was.
We need a horn.
Nigga, it
We
was
need the backstory on that, Miami. What up?
Now, all I'm gonna say is that, boy,
A nigga's back.
Them boys.
hey man, I ain't get banned before I put up 60 on niggas, man. That's all I'm gonna say, nigga. Listen, I took niggas in Miami, nigga. I was Moses of Miami, nigga. I took
This nigga said he was
niggas
Moses
from
of
Dirty
Miami. Get the
Duval
fuck
to the
outta
promised
here,
land.
man.
Randy,
the fuck outta
Randy,
here.
Hey, look,
Tell me.
the Winwood King, man. I'm trying to tell y'all that the Winwood King, man.
listen.
No cap.
Let
No
them
cap in the
know
rough.
how many niggas I took, but like
Get
the
the fuck
league.
outta here,
Hey,
nigga. I
I'm
don't
Nick
wanna hear that
Saban.
shit, bro.
When Nick Saban is to the NFL, I'm is to
Got a
niggas
lot of
to
first round
Miami.
draft picks coming out of
Man.
the camp. We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna speak on
Please,
it. But yeah,
don't talk about it.
Niggas done lost
Don't
their
talk about
minds. Niggas, what? Bro, listen, that's what I'm trying to say. Me, Miami, bro, like
yeah.
I laid
You know-
I laid my ground down there, nigga. That's why I got banned in the first place.
You telling
Over
us
there,
on that?
niggas too influential. They had me banned. They had me locked up like Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
I'm so weak right
So
now.
I wanna hit these other two topics, but shit, real quick. Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
You
His
had
fine
something. You
ass.
had something to say about.
Yeah,
Baker
Odell got released by the Browns. Shout out to his pops for releasing that tape because I felt like it was a free OBJ campaign. Baker Mayfield, really like how you didn't respond to his pops, but I don't like how, you try to paint the narrative like it was his fault. We all seen the 11-minute video. you was missing him wide open for 11 minutes straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to make these receivers seem like they're crazy, because they not. These guys got great talent. They put in a lot of work to their craft. They put in a lot of hours, sweating, blood, and tears. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to make it seem like these niggas ain't working hard. They ain't running their routes. Like, you just can't throw, period. You're not like that. You're not built like that. You feel me? Damn. And thank God he finally got released so he can go somewhere and maximize his talent, period. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
You should come to Jacksonville.
Yeah, man.
That'd be great. I'd be at every Jacks game.
Yo, he would bring the hoes.
He would bring the whole. The bitches would be
but
out.
OBJ got a bad one, man.
It don't matter. He bring them out for us. He bring them out for us. You ever been to? Listen, I ain't going to the Chris Brown concert to dance with Chris. I'm going there for the. Right. Man. So
listen, we don't care about your girlfriend or your fiance, whatever it is that he's talking about. Like,
bring them things out for us. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
So this was episode 24, Perspectives and Facts podcast. The Silk Sonic record. I kind of want to talk about. It's fire. I like it. What is it called? Smoking Out the Window.
Can we play it in the?
I thought.
No reason I'm not playing because of YouTube guidelines. So, I would chop it up and put it on the
Patreon.
No. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end the segment with it because, I keep forgetting I still drop this on Buzzsprout. So
Buzzsprout, man, come on.
The listener at Buzzsprout, they can still enjoy the full experience until we get on the Patreon tip. So
shout out to everybody in the comments and on the channel, man. Shout out to everybody. Like, subscribe, comment. We love y'all. We thank y'all for the support.
Yeah, we're about to hit 1,300 subscribers on the YouTube. Like I said, we are 3 out of 4.
2 months.
Yeah, we knocked out 3 out of 4. The monetization.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Steps. Yeah, we just need one more, which is 4,000 views, 4,000 hours viewed, and we're at like 770.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
y'all not playing games around this.
Let's keep pushing these episodes.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, we trying to get it back.
I know that's right.
Perspectives Facts podcast, episode 24. His boy Florida Boy Jay, Jakar, Randy, some people.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Like I said,
I'd rather hang with Jada. That's how we gonna wait. I'd rather hang with Jada.